Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Kent. How you doing? How you doing? Oh man, I hope you're doing well. I really do. Hope everything's fine with you and yours. It's the beginning of February. Actually, it's February 4th, 2019. I know it's the 4th of February because, you know, when you rent an apartment, they give you 4 days after the beginning of the month. So I was like, okay, it's the 4th. I better send them their money. It's the 4th of February 2019. Hope you're doing well. On the East Coast, weird weather today. Since I gave you the date, I can tell you it's weird weather. Last week, we almost got to single digits. This week, we're going to get in the 60s. Maybe even the mid or higher 60-degree weather. Just strange. Just strange. Just strange. But let's talk about this pocket dump deconstruction. I have mixed feelings. You know, I love showing you guys new knives. Spyderco has changed how they're releasing new knives. I am a part of the Spyderco club, collectors club. People ask me in the comments, how do you become a collector's club? Please Google it. They will explain it. Then you have to get in touch with a knife company, a knife shop that is a Spyderco representative. I was lucky enough to get Omaha knives, so contact them if you'd like to, and they'll explain it. You have to be willing to spend. You do get a discount, but you have to buy everything. So at the end, you end up with knives you probably don't want, yada yada. But I'm excited because I'm a Spyderco fanatic, as you guys know. We haven't gotten any new knives in about 2 weeks. Here's my mixed feelings. I really can't wait for the new knives. They are coming. There are a lot of expensive knives that are coming. So my wallet's happy. Because since Christmas, that's been thin. So I'm kind of happy for the delay. But pretty soon we'll be getting some new knives from Spyderco. And we'll do, of course, as soon as I get them, I share them with you. My watch today is my Mont Blanc chronograph watch. People ask me, what's the name of it? And there is no name. I'm sorry. All of my mechanical watches I actually got from when I was consulting over 20, well, not over 20 years ago, over 16 years ago. And I did that for 7 years. So those are mechanicals. Lately, I've just been buying, you know, I have 2 Apple Watches. I've been buying Apple Watches. But I really love that. I bought that watch in the upscale mall in Atlanta, where I used to work out of when I was a consultant. And their upscale mall, they had a Mont Blanc shop, and that's where I got it. Ah, this cigar. I have not smoked a punch in a while. Cuban cigar punch. Just a real nice smoke for today. I sniff my cigars so much. I just sniff them. I know guys who chew on cigars. Mostly they're older, even older than I am. They chew on cigars in places they can't smoke, which today is everywhere. I don't do that, but man, I sniff them like crazy. I get stressed. Actually, it gives me a chance to do some breathing, you know. My Schoen Design tie pin. You guys know I love my Schoen Design pins. Mont Blanc skinny wallet. I have a few of those. Let's see. The coin today is another new one. The U.S. Mint started a presidential medal series. I showed you, and I'll do those either this week or, you know, soon as well. They started with George Washington and Adams, and now they have Thomas Jefferson, the third president, just came out too, so I bought that. 1 ounce silver coin. What's the difference between a medal and a coin? Well, it doesn't have "In God We Trust." It doesn't have "E Plumimus Unum" or whatever it's called, or, you know, United States of America. This does because it's the president of the USA. I don't know what D is. See that? USA. Then there's a D. I don't get that. You get it? 1801 is when he was the president, so maybe that's it. Anyway, this is Thomas Jefferson's medal, and also the coins give you a value on it. This does not give you a value. But anyway, when they are 1 ounce silver coins, it doesn't matter what's on them. They're worth the going price of silver. And when you get them from the mint, it comes in nice packaging and all that. There is also what they call a premium over. So these cost more. You know, don't go to the U.S. Mint and think you're going to just pay what we call the spot price, what you see when they, you know, when all the business people say, and silver is at whatever, $18. That's what silver is at. But these cost more because of the packaging and all of that. So when you get the fancy kind of coins, they usually come with a premium over the spot price. Did all that make sense? I know. We'll talk about it at some point. I know just a few of you are interested, and that's why I don't do that. But we'll talk about it. My keychain knife, remember, I always carry a keychain knife because all I have is a silver loop with 3 keys on it. The keychain knife today is the Spyderco Spin. I like this little knife. Look at it. It's a Warncliffe blade. I always, when I first started, I have another version that's just all silver for silver scales. Silver scales. What the heck does that mean? Stainless steel scales. Sorry, silver scales. I'm so stuck on my coin. Stainless steel. This, of course, is a Nishijin version of it with Nishijin glass fiber scales. But I always called it the pizza slice knife. It does go down. I like little knives like this. 2 forward choils is pretty much what the handle is, but you can get in there. No jimping at all. VG10 steel, but just a real nice little knife. 1.8 inches. The edge is 1.6, and it's only 1.3 ounces. Now, when I said it's Nishijin is the pattern. You'll see some Spyderco knives with Nishijin on the scales, and Nishijin scales. It's either black or blue. And Nishijin is the name of the Japanese pattern that you see. This is silver fibers thinner than the human hair weaved into this pattern. And then there's a coating on top of it. You don't feel the weave at all. But just a real, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's a nice little knife. This, to me, is what you call a classy keychain knife. No one even knows it's a knife unless they know Spyderco. Of course, on the lock side, and I like when Spyderco does these little knives with these functioning frame locks, which I really like. Just real functional, and for fat Michelin Man hands like I have, to be able to easily open a knife is really nice to do. Little clip on the back as well. You can use it obviously as a lanyard hole. I use it for my keychain, but just a real nice knife. It's the Spyderco Spin. This is with the Nishijin. Why? It's Monday, that's why I can't speak. This is my Coach pad that I love. This is one of the newer Spyderco knives. It's the Spyderco Kapara, or Kapara. I call it Kapara. Kapara. Just a real nice knife. The great thing about, and this is what I'm going to carry, the great thing about it is it's so thin. It is a bigger knife than I like. I like smaller knives. This has a 3.6-inch blade. And it doesn't have a real pronounced forward choil, but there is a forward choil right there. So while it's 3.6-inch blade, the edge is 3.4. It feels great in the hand with that little hump in the back. Real open in the front. You can get your whole hand in there. No jimping on it. S30V steel. Drop point. Blade. Has a little slight belly. And this wonderful carbon fiber. I love this carbon fiber. Nice and smooth. No grip, but nice and smooth. But man, it flows right into your hand, so it's easy to get a good grip on it. Sizable lanyard hole. Spyderco must have some heavy-duty research on lanyard holes, because now I'm not a huge lanyard guy. I like Chris Reeve knives. They all come with lanyards. I love seeing what people do with lanyards, how they personalize them and all the different beads and all of that. So they must have it, because now in this case, it's fine. They have enough room. They have a big lanyard hole in it. But sometimes, not in this case, they force the lanyard hole in there. In this case, look, they have the wire clip, which I love. Love the wire clip. And that hole doesn't affect the wire clip. I hate the knives. The Para 3 is the classic example where they forced the lanyard hole, pushed down the wire, the clip, and then it's no longer a deep carry clip. But here, everything works nice. It really does. I love the touch of burgundy. Red or burgundy right there with that G10 backspacer. Look how beautiful it is. Enough to get in there and blow out all the dust bunnies. You can see that the stainless steel liners, they are skeletonized. Not heavily though. Just a couple of holes. 2 or 3 holes cut into them to lighten everything up. 3.4 ounces. The total length is 8 ounces, 8.2 inches, sorry, 8.2 inches. The weight is 3.4 ounces. But man, in a big knife like this, that 3.4 ounces feel like nothing. It's so balanced so well. And again, just slides into the hand. Nice pivot. Spyderco spent time on the pivot. Great carbon fiber. Oh, and did I tell you it's a compression lock? Yeah. If you like the Para 2, I think they had compression locks on a lot of older knives, but I think it just went off the charts with the Para 2. Of course, they have them on a lot of knives now. Excuse me. In 2018 was the year Spyderco did compression locks with flippers. It's the year of the compression flipper from Spyderco. But this does have a compression lock, which of course I love because it just gets out of the way. It's strong. This is so smooth, great detent, just a real nice knife. I've been talking a lot about it because I just love that Kapara. Look, I just played with this. I don't know if I'll ever carry it. Man, it's so smooth though. It is so smooth. This is the knife that almost made the carry. Oh, it's so smooth. This is a newer Spyderco. I don't know, was this my last Spyderco that I got? It's the Spyderco Subvert. The Spyderco Subvert. It's a big beast of a knife. I'll tell you though, what I find, this is a wonderful, look, I'm older. You ever see those silverware or kitchenware things that have the big rubber handles? That's because, you know, as you get older, your hands kind of hurt. Whether it's arthritis or just they hurt. So when you have something thick, it just feels the hand easier. So as a home knife, it's great. Yes, that blade has a weird shape. It has a belly, but it's up at the neck of it, that recurve right there. But it's very handy when you're cutting. Big blade, big knife. And you know what? It doesn't hide with that orange G10 as well. The Spyderco Subvert 4.1 inch blade. Yeah, this is a biggie. 9.2 inches total. Yeah, it's a big blade. S30V steel. Of course, it's becoming Spyderco's go-to steel. They have a lot of different steels, but they love their S30, and I can't complain about S30V. 3D, but this handle is something. First, look at the pivot. I love the gray accent with the orange. Who would have thunk it, right? The gray is titanium liners. It's a big, thick liner lock. So that is titanium liners. Look how thick that is. It comes to a nice edge at the bottom of that S30V. Beautiful titanium liners. Again, skeletonized, but not heavily. Couple of holes bored in them. And that's thick titanium. Compare the liners to the scales, the outside scales. It's a thick knife. And those liners do it. They're not hiding. 3D with the orange, which I love. I love the orange and the gray. This is a good looking knife, but it's a beast. It's a big one. I mean, this is a large knife. Smooth as silk. It was smooth as silk 2 minutes out of the box. Okay? That, I think once you put it in your hand, it's unbelievable. You see the little lanyard hole? Small lanyard hole. It doesn't go through the front or the back scales, but it does through the titanium liners that come out. And of course, that back spacer, that orange G10 back spacer. Regular clip. Right hand tip up only. Right hand tip up only. With the clip. Of course, man, this is a big knife. I just consider it a nice home knife. You know, you just grab this big thing, you won't lose it. Just cut anything you need to cut, including food. With that kind of belly. Just a real nice knife. I played with it all day. You know, when you collect knives like I do, and you get these Spydercos, you get them, you love them, you play with them for 2 days, then a new knife comes, and a new knife comes, and you forget to go back and just have fun with the knives. And that's why I have knives that I'm not carrying, but that I played with all day. Sometimes it's an older knife, and a lot of times it's the newer ones, and this is it. I'm not carrying that big beast of a knife, 9.2 inch knife. No, I'm not. But it is a Spyderco Subvert. I'm so happy to have it in the collection. It's a beast of a knife. That's one you need to just put it in your hands. I really like that knife. And there you have it. That's the pocket dump deconstruction. Man, we went real long. I'm sorry, guys, that this one's so long. I didn't do one on Friday because I just crawled home from my work week. Crawled into my bedroom. Turned on my iPads and watched movies and then went to sleep, man. It was just a tough week. Just tough week for me. So I didn't do one. But I did an extra long one today. I wish all of you the best. You and yours. Have a great day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.